Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another makeup artist vlog. I'm filming this over the course of a couple of days, but I have no clue actually how long this vlog's going to be. I don't have any weddings this weekend. I just have 3 bridal previews, and then I'm actually going to be modeling myself for some portraiture, I guess. There's this photographer that I usually work with. She just recently invited another photographer to share the same studio space as her. They were doing a shoot together. I honestly have not modeled that much in my life, but I have modeled for things before. Just the fact that I am 5'2" in height really doesn't get me that far in the modeling industry, and I've never had a dream of becoming a model or anything. Like, that wasn't my aspiration in life, but we'll see how I do. So that's something that's kind of exciting that's happening tomorrow, besides just my normal kind of things that I do. Plus, I kind of use YouTube as like my video diaries of my life and things I can look back on. I also have looked back recently on like the vlogs that I used to film when I first started my YouTube channel, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I think it's been like 3 years ago now. I don't know how people even watch those vlogs. I used to film them on my iPhone. The whole thing was just a jumbled mess, and I'm honestly just not sure how people were able to even follow along. I will talk to you guys a little bit later when I'm done with my hair and makeup and ready to set up for the bridal preview. I have about a half hour until my client gets here, so let me go ahead and set up with you guys. I've done this setup process multiple different times on my channel. It really is super minimalistic. I don't have a whole entire setup of like multiple bags or multiple things on my station. I just don't feel like it's necessary. This is what the set style bag looks like. This is the Relevel backpack, in case any of you guys are wondering. Everything that I have inside of my makeup kit, as far as like the makeup kit itself, organizational things, even my chair that I use too, is off of Amazon. It's all linked in my Amazon storefront in the description of each one of my videos. There is a silicone mat that is sitting on the top of here. This is also linked in my Amazon storefront. It looks like this, and I just put it out on my station. It's just a lot more hygienic than the black towels that I used to use. It's always really hard to make your station look like it's clean when you're like 8 people in, but this is the easiest way to do it. It's just grabbing a silicone mat, getting some Clorox wipes, and then just wiping down your surface each time. I also put very minimal things on my station, so it's not like I have to move around very many things to clean it. The only other thing that I have on my workstation is this guy. This is my Kitco. This is the Brush Buddy and the Brush Buddy base. Then I just store all my tools inside of here. So I have like my spatula, my palette, then also the lash glue, scissors, and also the lash applicator that I use. Then I just get out this little brush caddy, which is from Makeup Forever. One side converts into a mini trash can. The other one is for dirty brushes. I always get this question, but I do not spot clean my brushes on site. Not only does that waste time from you having to spend that extra 5 minutes to clean up all your brushes in between, spot cleaning is not 100% hygienic. So my best advice would be to carry the amount of brushes that you need for those clients. If you have 6 clients, you carry 6 sets of brushes. If you have 10 clients, you carry 10 sets of brushes. Yes, it's a lot of brushes to maintain, but that's also why I carry this brush belt behind me, because it carries about 10 to 12 sets of brushes. Once I'm done with a set of brushes and a new client comes to my chair, I'll scoop out the dirty brushes that I put in this brush canister, put them into another brush pouch, and then I'll pull from all the clean brushes inside of my brush belt. So that's pretty much the system I employ for this. Okay, my camera just died, but I just finished setting everything up. It's always essential to have something to put your trash into. You don't just want to leave all your disposables and all your random tissues and everything all over your station. It looks very, very messy. These are just dog poo bags in a roll. I just take them out and then put them in here. Another alternative for this, by the way, is just carrying around a grocery sack. It doesn't look as nice, but you can like tie it to something else on your station if you want to. The other thing I've seen people do is use car pop-up trash cans. And I just set out my 2 eyeshadow palettes that I use most often. I set out the matte palette and also the shimmer palette. That is pretty much what the station setup looks like here. Again, not a lot of things that I have on my station. Then I always get questions about this chair that I use. I did get this off of Amazon, but King Camp, it is a camping chair, by the way. They did discontinue this particular chair, but in my Amazon storefront, I linked one that they made that's very similar to it. It's just a different style, but overall functions the same way. I have about 10 minutes until my client shows up. I gotta get my dogs in their kennels. Otherwise, they're just gonna be bothering us the whole entire time. Oh my gosh, it is so freaking dark in here. I had to turn on all the lamps and all the lights and everything. I even had to turn on like this light above my TV over here. And then I have this big bright light in the entryway that my husband installed. I lit all my candles in my house just so we get a more homey atmosphere going on. I just like using natural light better. Obviously, it's better as a makeup artist, but I try to make these lights in my house as daytime looking as possible. And luckily, I have an electrician as a husband, so he was able to accomplish that. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta brush my teeth and then wait for my client to get here. I'm sitting on my floor and my dogs are bothering me. You probably think this is after my bridal preview. It is not. So my bride just emailed me about 10 minutes before she was supposed to be here. And unfortunately, she's sick today and tried to make it here and couldn't. Totally understand because I'm such a baby when I'm sick. But this is the second time that I've had to reschedule with this bride. And she seems like a very nice person. Totally uncontrollable. I am seriously not holding anything against her. And she even was so sweet and emailed me and was like, hey, like, I am so sorry for me having to reschedule for the second time. I just want to make this right. Just let me know how we can go about doing this. I know that your time is valuable and I appreciate it. And that is the exact way to go about that. Like, whenever people reschedule on me, I just feel like sometimes people don't respect my time that much. It's just really nice when you get those emails, or at least people are like, hey, like, I understand your time is valuable. Do you want me to compensate you for this, or what do we need to do about this? So I just told her that it's completely okay. I understand that things are out of her control. The only reason this kind of frustrates me a little bit is just because yesterday, literally yesterday, a bride canceled her entire wedding on me. And I want to talk about this for you guys because I know this might happen somewhere down the road. This bride actually booked with me for her wedding in 2021. So yes, it has been an entire 2 years since I've booked this bride. My prices were totally different at the time. I still had my old prices. I only charged like $75 per person at the time, but she did choose my luxury package, which was a little bit more expensive, but I think I only charged $200, I want to say, for the luxury packages at the time. Like, it was really inexpensive. I had her sign a contract. She signed it. She paid the deposit. I think it was like $50 at the time. Then she emailed me and said, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to postpone the date. I think it's going to be this date. So just let me know if you're still available. So I said, yeah. At the time, my deposits were non-refundable, but they were not non-transferable. Non-transferable just means that deposit is only locking in the specific date on the contract, but if you switch dates, then you have to do a contract and a deposit all over again. Well, I did not think about that at the time. Whenever you're in business for yourself, you just kind of learn to adapt along the way and you change your contract depending on things that happen to you. And this is the reason why I made my deposits non-transferable, is because of this situation. She was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to change the wedding date again. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And she didn't really give me an explanation. She just says that personal things were happening. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm more than sensitive about personal issues in people's lives. Like, I'm not a total heartless human being. But overall though, I still do have to watch out for myself as a business owner. And there's a very fine line. After she rescheduled for a date in October. And October is one of my busier months. All this time, meanwhile, I did not have her re-sign a contract, which is my mistake. So if you guys ever do have brides that switch wedding dates entirely, have them re-sign a contract and then resubmit another deposit and make the deposits non-refundable and non-transferable. Because I was just transferring that $50 over and over and over again. So when she switched her date a second time, I was like, oh shoot, like, I really should have had her do the deposit again, but I didn't really think about it at the time. She was locked in with the original contract, which didn't really apply anymore since it wasn't even for the same date. And she had about 3 people at that point in time for the October date. I didn't have her do another deposit, and we just went on with our lives. Meanwhile, I had numerous inquiries that were going on for that same date. They were 8 people or 9 people bridal parties, and I did not have time to do all those people. I never got a single wedding party that I could have fit in with her date at the same time. And it was supposed to be out of town at the time too. It gets closer to October, like probably around August or something, I wanna say, of 2022. She emails me, and guess what, guys? She's switching her wedding date again. I'm so wanting to be sensitive of people's personal situations, but this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And I don't know if she did this with all of her wedding vendors. I don't know how many wedding vendors she actually hired before me. When she switched her wedding date again, she wanted to switch to May of this year, which is obviously coming up here pretty soon. If you can see by the date stamp on this video, it is now March. So I wanted to reach out to her to schedule her bridal preview then. So that's why this is happening. At that time in August, I got really smart and I was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm super sensitive of whatever situation that you're going through, but I still need to operate as a business owner as well. And technically, last time you switched your date, I should have had you re-sign a contract and redo the deposit. My prices have gone up since then, so if you want to secure your new date, you're gonna have to resubmit this deposit and re-sign a contract, but the rate is a little bit higher than you went in it originally. So I explained that all to her. She was 100% okay with it. She was very sympathetic about the fact that she was hugely inconveniencing me, and that was really nice, at least. Like, she's a very nice person. So anyway, she did the contract right away. She resubmitted the deposit. She was okay with the new rate, and so she said, yeah, we're definitely gonna do May of next year. Then going back a couple of weeks from now, I emailed her and I was like, hey, what days and times do you have available to set up the bridal preview? let me know. Never heard back from her. It was like a week that went by and I emailed her again and I was like, did you get my original email? So I didn't hear a response from her, and then another week goes by. I messaged her on Instagram because we had previously messaged each other on Instagram. Like we hadn't emailed each other since like the original contract that was signed. So I was like, okay, maybe she's more active on Instagram. I emailed her on Instagram and I said, hey, don't know if you got my emails or not, but I'm looking to set up your bridal preview. What days and times work best for you? I looked back at my Instagram Messenger and I realized that she had been active on Instagram, but she hadn't read my message yet. And I'm like, oh God, this is so bad, because I think that she was purposely ignoring me at that point in time. I was like, if she no-shows me, I'm gonna be pissed. But she was super good at communication before, so I wasn't really sure why this was happening. After 3 days passed, I messaged her again on Instagram and I was like, please let me know about this. I really need to do this. I also forgot to tell you that last time she rescheduled with me, she decided that only herself was going to do it, and now I have a 4-person minimum to be able to book weddings with me, but at the time I didn't. So that's why there was like so few people. So I decided to book another wedding on the same date as hers, because that bride I think is going to have like an earlier ceremonies time, so I could bust out the 5-person wedding party that I was already booked for, and then I could still do hers afterwards. So that was kind of like my thought process behind it. And I did have to go back and forth with her multiple different times throughout the last couple of years about timing too. I kind of had a feeling that this bride would cancel on me or reschedule on me or something, and I did not want to make the same mistake I made last time and deny everybody else that reached out to me because of this one person that I booked that day. Okay, so I got to the point where I Instagram messaged her for a second time, and then 2 days later she finally responded to me, which was yesterday, and she basically said that something really personal is happening in her life. She basically called off her whole entire wedding, not going to be rescheduling it. So I was super sympathetic with her situation and said, hey, I totally understand. But I mean, overall though, I mean, I don't feel like I was really losing out, because altogether she did pay me $125 for the second deposit, and then she paid me $50 for the first one. So technically over the course of, you know, the last 2 years, I did get compensated for her fee, if not more. So I'm not really upset about it. That's why I didn't really make her pay me the remainder of what was due for the application. However, if it was like a whole entire bridal party that canceled on me, like numerous people, I would have definitely had him pay the difference. But because it was one person, I fortunately lucked out on it, and that's pretty much what happened. So anyways, just wanted to tell you guys really quickly, I guess what the realities are of being a makeup artist and what situations you guys need to deal with. I'll go ahead and just talk to you guys tomorrow when I'm setting up for my other 2 bridal previews in the morning. Before I go though, here's a little dose of my dogs today. I have to include my dogs in every single one of my vlogs. Oh, so cute. So cute. Yeah, I know, you just want to play, don't you? Do you want to play? Yeah, do you want to play? Okay. All right, guys. I gotta go play with them. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love how each one of these mornings has started off by me spraying something on my face or in my hair. It's about 7 o'clock right now. I'm going to be doing the portrait modeling today, and I don't think I'm going to have time after my last appointment to do my whole entire face and hair and everything. So I woke up early enough to get myself ready. I need to pick out outfits. They were like, oh yeah, pick out one outfit that's like an urban outfit and then one that's like more of a glamour chic sort of outfit. And I'm like, what does that mean? The photographer, when I asked her, told me to do more of a glam, like smoky eye. And everybody's smoky eyes are super different, but I'm just gonna do a really dark brown with some shimmer inside of it. Okay, we're back. It's also about 8:42, and it just took me that long to finish up my makeup. I don't know why, guys, but I cannot do my makeup as well as I can on my clients. Right now, I'm just picking out my outfit that I want for the day. Okay, yeah, so like urban style clothing is basically kind of like what I wear on an everyday basis. I don't know what I'm doing as far as outfits go. Also, what kind of anomaly is going on outside? Can somebody explain to me how it's sunny but also snowing at the same time? Okay, I just wanted to give you guys a good idea of what I was doing as far as like the more chic like outfit. I guess this is like kind of what it is. I have no idea. I just have on like white jeans, I have on a belt, and I have on this shirt. So I can either wear this like alone. I think this looks like pretty chic, I guess. If need be, I'm thinking I could wear like this leather jacket. So then it could look like this. Then I have these boots that I think I might wear with this. I don't know, guys. I'm the worst at picking out outfits. Like, I have no idea. Okay, then for the urban style outfit, I pretty much just have this. I have these boots that match the turtleneck that I have on. I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna wear for that. I don't know. Hope that's okay. I hope it did good. I have no idea. Okay, I just got everything set up right over here. Hopefully this bride shows up for today. Luckily the sun just came out and it stopped snowing, so I have perfect amount of light inside of this room, which means I won't need to turn on artificial lights. Oh, I think she's here. Okay, successful bridal preview number 1 today. I'm just going to be inserting the afters of what the bridal previews looked like because I don't really like to be in people's faces with my camera right when I meet them. I want to build a full relationship with my brides and get to know them. I'm just putting out a consultation sheet from my Google Documents here. I do sell templates on my Shop Julie Ruby website. I'll put it here for you guys, and I also have it linked down below for you guys in the description bar. This is what it looks like. It's just a bridal consultation form. You can put the client name there, and then it has all these categories. And then I also included a face chart on here too. And then I also sell the bridal contract template, which I'm not going to show you guys the whole entire thing because obviously that defeats the point of like buying it, but I made all of them pretty affordable. Usually what I do is I'll pre-fill all this for my brides and then I'll send it to them on HelloSign, which is now I think Dropbox Sign, and that's how I'll send it to my brides so they can fill everything out, and it just makes it really nice. You don't have to think about the wording or any clauses or anything inside of here. I got you covered. Then I also have the accounting template, which pretty much is an Excel document. So you have like different sheets. There's income tracker, expense tracker, and then your mileage tracker. So income tracker, that is what it looks like. What I'm doing right now is printing out the consultation template. I personally like to fill it in by hand. So yeah, when you print it out, it just looks like this. Also, this is how much of a mess I make after each of my bridal previews. I always use a ton of stuff to be able to accomplish what I need to. Okay, I just wanted to cover up the person's name, but that's pretty much how I have my consultation sheets filled out. Also, I wanted to say thank you to the anonymous person who donated, I think like $5 to me, it looks like. I know that YouTube always takes like some sort of cut out of the super thanks that I get, but just wanted to say thank you to whoever donated to me for the donation. If you guys don't know, I am eligible for super thanks and also super chat. Super chat is only available during the premieres and like any lives or anything, but of course I don't do lives, so it's like during the premiere. So if you guys do want to really thank me in a different way and give to my channel, then that would greatly be appreciated. I do thank every single person who's done that so far. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube really sucks at compensating their creators for the amount of work that they do. I mean, unless you're above like 100,000 followers or something, we don't usually make that much off of YouTube. So anybody who donates honestly does really help out my channel. I just highly appreciate everybody, and that really does show that they are really grateful for my content and help me to produce more. So yeah, my husband and I made tacos yesterday, so I'm definitely gonna chow down on some tacos. Not gonna eat the onions though, because I do not want to have onion breath for my next client. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, eat some food, clean up my stuff, and get ready for my next client. Okay guys, I have about 15 minutes before my client shows up. I have all my stuff clean and reset for the second bridal preview. Also, I do need to grab some Skin Iceland eye gels because with the newer prices, which this bride booked with me with my newer prices, they do automatically include the Skin Iceland eye gels, so I need to grab them. I also have to do a lip scrub on her too. Basically, it's the same thing as my luxury package, except for it just doesn't include the sheet mask. I of course need to wrangle the doggos and then put them in their kennels because they usually will just run around all over the place if I don't. All right, I just finished with the bridal preview. It came out so good. I loved her super glam look that we did on her. I usually don't get to go that glam on people, so I'm really excited whenever I get to. I have got to touch up my makeup because I think that my lower lash line is like bleeding a little bit. Guys, I don't know how I cannot do makeup on myself as well as my clients. It does not make sense to me. And then I'm gonna head out to the photo shoot and hopefully I'm a good model. Okay guys, I just got done with the modeling. The person that was actually behind the camera the whole time was actually the photographer's daughter that ended up being there for the shoot, and I just had her be in charge of the camera and she had a lot of fun doing it. I just wanted to take you guys on a realistic weekend when I'm not super busy like doing weddings. If you guys did like the video, definitely go ahead and give me a big thumbs up on the video, as well as also subscribing down to my channel. And I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.